Hello there. Welcome to the new channel of COI Report. My name is Philip. COI stands for Company, Organization and Industry. In this channel, I will select and introduce some representative companies and organizations in interesting industry branches. We will see what roles they are playing in our lives. Maybe I will also interpret their development steps a bit and see how we may get inspired. I will use charts and tables to make everything transparent and clear. To avoid overwhelming you with redundant or trivial information, I may cut into the topics rather concisely. Just relax and follow me. Hope you will like it. Just some clarifications for this video and also the future episodes. If not specifically stated, all data and events were acquired from the annual reports and public announcements of the companies and industries. Of course, I could have missed something in between. Please feel free to leave a message when you find anything inappropriate. Also, please keep in mind that the data and events may not be up to date when you are watching this video. When you hear the words and terms like now, recent, at the moment, and so on, they refer to by latest the time when this episode was uploaded. In one episode, you will hear me introducing the worldwide leading companies and organizations in the global market. However, if the industry is divided into several common markets or, say, single markets, and the single market shows different trends, I shall make another enrichment video to this single market in the next episode. In this very first episode of the new channel, we're going to have a look at the top 3 video streaming platforms in the United States, which provide over-the-top media services not only in the US market but also in many other countries and territories. Online streaming services are the newest typical global phenomenon in the past decade. To make it clear, I didn't count YouTube as a typical streaming platform. The heavyweight Netflix started in August 1997 as the world's first online DVD rental store. From September 1999, it offered the new pattern of monthly subscription to attract customers, as the other companies were stuck with the model of a single rental at that time. In 2000, Netflix had about 300,000 subscribers and the expansion was quite slow. However, as a DVD player became a more affordable device in the United States since the second half year of 2001, Netflix experienced a huge increase of subscribers during the next couple of years. In May 2002, it initiated the initial public offering on Nasdaq. During the fiscal year 2003, Netflix posted its first profit, earning $6.5 million profit on revenues of $272 million. After 2003, the company entered a phase of quick expansion. A few years later, Netflix introduced the service of streaming in the form of partnership with various technology companies. It was the start of the evolution. By 2010, users could watch Netflix through a digital device that was common in the market. Later, Netflix expanded its service to Canada and Latin America, then gradually to Europe and Asia-Pacific countries. Today, Netflix is really a global phenomenon. Netflix started self-produced TV shows in 2012 and original movies in 2015. Today, Netflix is a heavyweight producer in original content with many Emmys to its name and Oscar nominations since 2012. Since Netflix has expanded to the regions of different cultures and backgrounds, it must also make some adaptations. For example, Netflix purchased some film studios and theaters across the world in the past couple of years. They hope that these local producers could help increase the diversity of the original content and thus appealing to the local audience. This move has already got positive feedback. When it came to 2020, people had to stay at home and tended to spend more time watching TV shows and movies online. So, many analysts had expected a boost of new subscribers and annual revenue. However, in comparison with the data from previous fiscal years, All increases were banal. Some people attributed it to the rise of fellow platforms in the streaming market. Some people blame the absence of supposedly released new contents that were delayed or even cancelled due to the pandemic. Nevertheless, Netflix is the biggest streaming platform in the world, with the most subscribers among all competitors. As of February 2021, Netflix accounts for 34% of streaming and 8.5% of overall watching in the States. Netflix US content library contains 3,600 movies and 1,800 shows. Netflix has been established for over 20 years. Generally speaking, it developed in a rather conventional way. It started its business from offline transactions, made the right choice to outrace the competitors, raised funds from the exchange market, and got benefited from technology development and globalization. It seems that Netflix had to fight all on itself, especially when we see that other streaming platforms are either derived from movie production companies or naturally tied with resources. So, how long can Netflix still win? We will come back to this question in a moment. Amazon Prime Video is part of the subscription and rental service of Amazon.com and its subsidiary companies across the world. The service debuted in September 26 as Amazon Unbox in the United States and was then renamed as Amazon Video On Demand 2 years later. In February 2011, the service rebranded as Amazon Instant Video and open access of movies and TV shows for Amazon Prime members. In the move to rival the heavyweight Netflix, Amazon also started their self-produced content in 2013. In February 2014, Amazon announced its streaming service in the UK, Germany, and Austria. In January 2015, Amazon won its first major award. In the same year, it launched the Streaming Partner Program, which is now known as Amazon Channels. It is a platform allowing subscription-based third-party channels and streaming services to be offered to Amazon Prime members through the Amazon Video platform. However, these additional services must be purchased separately. In September, Amazon Instant Video was renamed simply as Amazon Video. 6 months later, Amazon split Prime Video from Amazon Prime in the United States. Prime Video has got its own website and app ever since. Until the end of 2016, it was reported that the Prime Video service has expanded into over 200 countries. One thing is, in different countries and territories, the streaming service may not require a full Prime subscription to be accessed. In May 2017, Amazon Channels expanded into Germany and the UK. From then on, Amazon put an emphasis on the expansion in sports live streaming and sports-related content production. In the following couple of years, Prime Video has been doing similar things as Netflix has. That is, it has been acquiring rights from conventional TV channels to stream and purchasing smaller film studios from its audience countries across the world. These moves have been proven to be effective in consolidating the expansion in international markets. When we go through the Prime Video library, we will find that the on-demand videos and over-the-top streaming are mainly movies and TV shows that are either licensed to Amazon or produced by Amazon Studio. By the way, Prime Video has the biggest content library among its competitors in the United States. As it came to 2020, we should have expected to see a limited but increasing number in both new subscribers and annual revenue. As by Netflix, since they have been facing similar problems in the streaming war. However, the truth is the Prime Video did quite well in 2020. Well, let's not forget that the Prime Video is part of the Prime subscription in most countries, and Amazon and Amazon Prime have been through extraordinary prosperity during the pandemic. However, as the Prime Video can't be isolated from Prime revenue and Prime revenue can't be isolated from Amazon's overall revenue, we may never know the exact number for the Prime Video service. Nevertheless, Amazon did disclose the net sales of all subscription services in the United States, including Amazon Prime-related membership fees, digital video, audiobooks, digital music, ebooks, and other subscription services, so we can still have a rough overview of the prosperity. Another big and young competitor, Disney Plus, was launched in November 2019, and 10 million users subscribed to its service on the very first day. The streaming platform was initially only available in the United States, Canada, and the Netherlands, but it has quickly expanded into other international markets and now serves subscribers in 59 countries. According to the most recent data, the global Disney Plus subscribers have exceeded 100 million, far beyond Disney's initial expectations of 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2024. People tend to agree that the pandemic has brought early prosperity to the platform. Other reasons, like many people's emotional attachment to Disney and its movie series since childhood, also played a role in the boom. Disney Plus has an 80% share of subscription video-on-demand subscriptions in the US. Among top subscription video-on-demand providers, Disney Plus accounts for 6% of all streaming, ranked by the share of video subscriptions in the United States. Disney Plus is the third most popular subscription video streaming service. Only Hulu and Netflix possess more of the market. As of January 2021, Disney Plus has 2012 movies and TV shows in its content library. There are 1,254 movies on Disney Plus, accounting for 62% of the total catalog. The remaining 755 titles are TV shows. 89% of the content on Disney Plus is exclusive, which means that they are not available on any other platforms. That's the highest share of exclusive content among all major streaming providers. That's also the core competency that supports Disney's quick expansion in such a short time. Disney Plus brings in an average revenue of $2.87 billion per year from the US subscriber base. It is estimated that Disney Plus subscription revenue in the United States will reach $2.23 billion by 2022. In the latest report by Disney, they foresaw that the number of subscribers will be around 230 to 260 million by 2024. Now let's have a deeper view of the three online streaming platforms. They share more and more similarities, such as providing self-produced content, global expansion, and pricing. For us users, we can watch various videos at an affordable price. Here we are more interested in the advantages and disadvantages of each complaint. It is these pluses and minuses that make them different and maintain a rival. For Netflix, its self-produced contents may build a style of Netflix which is widely recognized by more and more young people in many countries. It is actually not that easy. Many people would rather call it phenomenal. The early expansion and consolidations ensure diversity of the contents, which are catering to different audiences and receiving positive feedback. Meanwhile, the other companies are still focusing on the US market. For Amazon Prime Video, almost every advantage and disadvantage goes back to the mother Amazon. Back in the early time, it was newly launched. It didn't have to raise funds and seek financing, and thus avoiding the possible swings of the roadmap. As Amazon is a giant in techniques, its streaming algorithm and technical supports are always one of the best. As Amazon is also a giant in e-commerce, the Prime membership package of Prime Video and free shipment is always a big bargain to many people. However, since many people are boycotting Amazon, the Prime Video is of course also affected. Likewise, almost every advantage and disadvantage of Disney Plus is related to Disney per se. The streaming service was mainly built upon contents from Disney's film and television studios. It saved Disney a lot of costs, as I said. Many people have actually somehow an emotional attachment to Disney and Disney's classical movie series. Once its contents are available online and the prices are reasonable, people would love to subscribe. As Disney is holding more and more copyrights and brands, the audience will tend to have an expectation on Disney Plus as well. However, if some people have stereotypes against Disney, Most likely they won't pay for Disney Plus. Thanks to the technical progress and globalization, we are witnessing prosperity and competition in the online streaming industry. In the foreseeable future, the competition will only be much fiercer. Apple TV Plus, Netflix, AT&T's HBO Max, Comcast's Peacock, Viacom, CBS, Paramount Plus, and AMC Networks AMC Plus are all ambitious players with their own advantages. They are competing not for eyeballs, but much for the profits. As Netflix occupies the top place in the fold, it seems that all other companies are planning to rival it or have been rivaling it. The most adopted strategies for the streaming platforms seem to be A. Lower price and more services, and B. Outstanding self-produced contents. All in all, it's hard to say who's going to win the streaming war. It will be interesting to keep an eye on the streaming industry. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you like it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message. See you next time.